Hamas said today it will delay the further release of hostages in the Gaza Strip.
They are accusing Israel of violating a fragile ceasefire that now faces its most serious crisis since it started 3 weeks ago. NBC's Yasmin Vesuvian reports from Tel Aviv.
3 Israeli hostages released over the weekend, Or Levy, Ohad Ben Ami, and Eli Sharabi. We learned of some of what took place during their captivity. They were kept in those underground tunnels in Gaza, many of them chained as well. The Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, calling the images of the hostages shocking, saying that, in fact, there would be a quote-unquote response. Inside Gaza as well, the evacuation of the Netzarim corridor happened yesterday. The IDF was occupying the Netzarim corridor. Now Palestinians are able to move freely between the south and north of Gaza, which is integral to many of them who had evacuated to the south getting back to the north to see what is left of their homes, and also integral to making sure they are getting the humanitarian aid they desperately need. Talking about ceasefire negotiations, a delegation that was in Qatar over the weekend being called back to Israel today. We are also learning from local media that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is convening his security cabinet tomorrow to talk about phase 2 of the ceasefire negotiations. There is certainly concern, as we have heard across media, that both Qatari officials along with Hamas worried about the Prime Minister as to whether or not he's going to stick with this ceasefire. Nonetheless, convening that security cabinet tomorrow as we look ahead to next weekend with the release of even more Israeli hostages. Yasmin Vesuvian, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
President Donald Trump has floated the idea of America taking over the Gaza Strip. Under his plan, he says that Palestinians who call that region home would not have a right to return there. That contradicts other officials in his administration who tried to argue Trump was only calling for a temporary relocation of that population.